Hello and welcome to Tales from Nerd. I don't know why I'm looking back. I'm your host, Random Nerd slash Kevin. Well, Random Nerd 2016 slash Kevin. Have to fix that. I like the name. I've never changed it. I've had it since Pokemon Go. Little known fact about me. Yes, this is my weekly podcast where I talk about the books coming out every week, even though there's been some pauses because life happens. I don't know what I'm doing, but yes, I'm talking about the books that are coming out August 12th of 2020. 2020, what a ride. But yes, it's a lot of books because we are in the middle of event season for Marvel and DC because the pandemic happened. Everything was paused for about 2 months, I want to say, and then everything kind of got started back. And I got long hair and I'm growing out my stubble. Yeah. But yes, we're going to go read these books out. I'm going to give you the book, the writer, the artist, or, the various people who help make the art good, the price point, and description. But yes, we're going to go with our first book, Amazing Spider-Man number 46, written by Nick Spencer, and there's 3 people I want to mention. The penciler is by Marcelo Ferreira, the inker is by Roberto Poggi, and the colorist is by David Curiel. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. Sin's Rising Part 2. The Lethal Legion returns to threaten the Big Apple, and only Sin Eater can save us. But how can Spider-Man stop the murderous vigilante? And should he? So yes, this is part 2 of this Sin's Rising storyline. Now, we got part 1, which I read part 1. I enjoyed it. And I like the prelude to Sin's Rising. Man, I really can't wait for how this is going to tie in. I know this is going to go up to issue 50 of Nick Spencer's 2-year anniversary writing with Spider-Man. Yes, if you want to read this, pick up issue 45 to know what's going on with this book. But it is interesting. I do like it. And the Sin's Rising prelude, the Amazing Spider-Man Sin's Rising prelude, basically gives you the backstory of Sin. Is it Sin's? Yeah, Sin Eater. My bad. And it's interesting because that's a character I never knew. I thought he was from the animated show, but I was wrong. I was thinking of a different character, I believe. But yes, it's interesting. I like it. I like these obscure characters we get Nick Spencer using because everyone knows the top tier guys for Spider-Man, and it's good to pull an old classic to a story that I enjoyed. I like. There's been a couple stories of Amazing Spider-Man from Nick Spencer I didn't enjoy as much, and others I've enjoyed very relatively good. And this one I think is interesting, and I do recommend it. Next up, Batman and the Outsiders number 15, written by Brian Hill, art by Dexter Soy, and colors by Veronica Gandini. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. The Demon's Fire, Part 3. The Outsiders have uncovered a massive piece of information about Ra's al Ghul's new weapon, and Black Lightning is prepared to exploit this weakness. He'll go to any length to stop Ra's weapon, but is that exactly what the demon wants? And will Batman be able to stop Black Lightning from draining his powers? Not my favorite Batman book, to be honest. It's interesting, but it's something you can skip. I think Brian Hill stories work better in trade than single issues. I'm sorry. It's just if you are interested in it, pick up issue 13 to know what's going on. If not, the thing about this Batman and the Outsiders, it's kind of been a long running plot with Ra's. So issue 1, I would suggest pick up the first trade for Batman and the Outsiders. And see where you go on from that, or pick up issue 1 of Batman and the Outsiders, because I know they keep selling those, because I keep finding them in my local comic book shop. But yes, we are going to the next book, Batman's Grave, number 9, written by Warren Ellis, art by Brian Hitch, and colors is Alex Sinclair. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Chapter 9. The Batman knows his enemy. He knows what his enemy wants. What he doesn't know is why. Can the Dark Knight get inside the deranged mind of a man waging war on Gotham City's justice system? Is this a good pickup? No. I would pick it up. To be honest, I will wait till the whole book is over. It's almost over. This book is a 12-issue maxi series. So we got, issue 10, 11, 12. We got 3 issues left before the story arc is over. I really can't wait for this story arc to be over because I'm interested to see it. And it's also the last piece of Batman Warren Ellis book I'll ever read because he's gone through some allegations. His main story for the Legends of the Dark Knights was pulled, the basic origin of the dinosaur Batman. So I need to read that one. Also, here's the thing. That book, Legends of the Dark Knight, it sold out. It's selling for like $60. Holy crap. Didn't know it was going to go that far, but yes. Yeah, I would wait till this book is over or pick up the trade. Trust me. They'll save you some money. Also, it's good story. It's just, if you jump onto it, you're like, what's going on? What is this? I don't want to do that. But yeah, we're going to go to the next book. Captain Marvel, number 19. Written by Kelly Thompson, and the penciler is Corey Smith, inker is Adriano De Benedito, and colors is by Tamra Bonvillain. Yes, the price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. Accused Part 2. The Accuser goes rogue. Captain Marvel has stepped into the role of Accuser in the newly unified Kree Skrull Empire, but when she starts to accuse a renegade soldier responsible for heinous crimes, she finds herself torn between two worlds. Don't miss this revelation of the year. One that will not only change Carol's whole world, but the shape of the galaxy. Well, the shape of the galaxy. Yes, I just read issue 18 last night. I'm filming this Sunday morning. Yes, it's like 1 in the morning. But yes, I read issue 18, and there is a twist to the soldier. I'm like, I did not see that happening, and then as I went close to the end of the book, I'm like, huh, I see it now. But I believe this book was only going to be, this story arc is only 2 issues. No, it is 4 issues. So I am wrong. Never mind. I thought it was only going to be 2 issues, but it is 4 issues. So yes, pick up issue 18 to know what's going on. And if you need more info, pick up issue 1 of Empire to 4, because 5 is coming out this week, I believe. So issue 1 through 5. Well, I'm gonna go through the description of Empire number 5. But yes. Oh, also, it is an Empire tie-in. So if you want to read for Captain Marvel, read it. I think it's gonna give something new for Captain Marvel's lore. They changed her origin just 2 years ago. So I'm interested. I like Captain Marvel. I wish they would do other things with Captain Marvel, but it is what it is, and it's fairly enjoyable. So we're gonna go to the next book. Yes, but yeah, pick up issue 18 to know what's going on. But yes, moving on to the next book, Dark Knight, Death Metal number 3, written by Scott Snyder, story, penciler, cover artist by Greg Capullo. Inker is by Jonathan Lampione, and colors is by SCO Placencia. The price is $4.99, and this is the description of the book. An Anti-Crisis Part 3. All aboard! When the Justice League launches its assault on New Apocalypse, the team's goal is to free Superman from his solar prison. But it's all went off the rails when they learn that the Manus Hill is gone for good thanks to the anti-life equation. But the deep secret of the darkest night is revealed. But how much darker could the Batman Who Laughs possibly get? And don't miss this surprise return of everyone's favorite wannabe Robin. Okay, that's a lot to unpack. So I read issue 2 of Death Metal earlier this week. I finally caught up. I'm only about a week behind. I haven't read when this is uploaded, it'll be uploaded Tuesday. I didn't read last week's books. I'm on the week before, so I'm in the July books. But yes, Death Metal 2. Holy crap! And holy crap! A lot of good pulls of story, I will say, and a lot of fun Easter eggs. Um, I just wish the twist. I kind of called it because I have a friend I talked to with this. With death metal, he reads this stuff as well as I do, and I know more of the lore than he does. I don't want to call him out, but yes, I saw the twist and I told him like I believe this is the twist that's gonna happen, and it happened the way I predicted in issue 2. I kind of wish that character last that character stayed hidden for a bit longer and then showed up in issue like 4 or 5 to be like, oh, he was never gone. But yeah, but yes, I'm interested in it. They are doing a reprint of issue 2, I believe, and issue 1. I think issue 2 and 1, but I'm not sure. But yes, pick up this book because this book is going to change the whole DC universe, as always, because they're always going to change the status quo for comics. Yeah. But yes, Death Metal, Dark Knight's Death Metal is a definitely pickup for me. Next up, Detective Comics number 1025. Written by Peter J. Tomasi, art by Kenneth Rocafort, and colors is by Dan Brown. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Tales from the Joker War, attack of Wayne Enterprises. The Joker has taken control of Wayne Tech R&D, and with it, all weapons hidden in the sublevels, plus Lucius Fox as a hostage. The Joker has his clown mask henchmen are now using Wayne Enterprises as an armory, using sophisticated 3D printers to produce weapons to rule Gotham City. But Batman and Batwoman might have something to say about that. It's all out action in this non-stop issue. So yes, this is a tie-in to Joker War. So if you're like, I don't know, a Joker War, pick up this. Because Peter J. Tomasi knows how to write Batman. I will say that. I love Peter J. Tomasi's books. I just can't get enough of the guy's story. He wrote my favorite run on Super Sons. He's only done Super Sons. He's only done Super Sons. But it was... Okay, but yes. I will say this about Joker War. Batman's on his own. No Alfred. As this says, no Lucius. So yes, I'm interested in it. You should be interested in it. Also, we're going to head to the road to issue 1027 of this? The Detective Comics, I believe. Oh man, I need to hurry up. I'm only in a few books. Yeah, it's going to be the anniversary issue. But yes, this is only a 2-issue story arc, so I would pick this up and pick up the other one. If you like Joker War, you're like, I want to read Batman. I think this will give you enough insight to what's going on in the main Batman book. But yes, moving on. Empire number 5, written by Dan Slott and Al Ewing. The artist is by Valerio Schiti. The colors is Rain Barredo. The other colors is by Marte Gracia. The price is $4.99, and this is the description of the book. Love and war. In the midst of the cosmic cataclysm, one fan-favorite Marvel hero reveals their secret, as another faces the ultimate showdown with a monstrous foe. Meanwhile, an outer space jailbreak leads to a trial by combat. You'll have to see to believe, but it is too late to save Earth from 2 world-ending threats at once? What? Empire. Basically... Empire is... It is somewhat of a jumbled mess, but not in a mess you would think. It's hard to explain, Basically, there are these beings called the Kotati. They are at war with the Kree and the Skrulls. Right now, the Skrulls and the Kree are two alien races that have been in war with each other for years, and now there's a peace treaty. Now they're fighting against the Kotati. The Kotati want to fight against them. That's the premise of the book. And the Fantastic Four and the Avengers are, kind of just stuck in the middle. They're like, yeah, we have to stop this. But yeah, this is on us. But yes, it is interesting. Empire is interesting. I will give it that. I was not having too much hope about it, but it's pretty good. And incoming or oncoming that book, that kind of was a quick summary of everything that's happened, and also hinted to Empire. Loved it. It kind of helped me prepare for this. Next up, Empire Avengers #2, written by Jim Zub, art by Carlos Magno, and the colors is by Espen Grondetjern. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Earth's mightiest heroes fight an intergalactic foe on 3 fronts. In New York, a villain from the past has been supercharged with alien energy. In Mexico, old hatreds turn allies into enemies. And in the Savage Land, the soul of the jungle has been stolen, and Shauna the she-devil's life hangs in the balance. It's a mystery, magic, and mayhem in the mighty Marvel manner. So, Empire Avengers, I believe it is a 3-issue story arc. It is a 3-issue story arc. So basically, what happened last issue, right now we're in the midst of the Kotati versus the Kree versus Earth. Earth is just stuck in this middle ground where, we're just here, we're trying to defend, we're trying to help, we're screwed. And some of the Avengers have sent some other Avengers to solve what's going on near the Savage Land, and that's where this book picks up. It is a bare bones premise to tell you. It's an okay story, not a pickup. It is just a tie-in as well, so don't need to pick up. Next up, Empire, Captain America #2, written by Philip Kennedy Johnson, art by Ariel Olivetti, and colors is by Rachel Rosenberg. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Earth's defenses are being overrun. With his back against the ropes, Captain America reaches out for aid, but there is only one left to hear the call. Haven't read issue 1 of Empire Captain America #1, so I have no idea if this is good or not. But if you are interested in Empire, you could always pick up the time and say, okay, if I like this, I might like Empire. Or just pick up Empire #1 and you're like, I may pick up some of these stories. I pick it up because I'm a sucker for tie-ins. I've said it multiple times. I'm a sucker for tie-ins. But yeah. Next book. Empire X-Men #3. Written by Jonathan Hickman. And No, story is by Jonathan Hickman. I thought he wrote this. No. But, yeah. Zeb Wells, Ed Brisson, Vita Yala are all writing this book. The artist is by Andrea Boccardo. The colors is Nolan Woodard. The price is $4.99, and this is the description of the book. Staph infection, aliens, plant men, mutants, zombies, old woman, demons, explosions. These issues have more than you ever dreamed to ask for, and then some. That's the description of the book. It's interesting we get zombies in the first issues. In the first issue, zombies are there. The old woman from X-Men are there, if you read X-Men. It's just a weird little mess the X-Men are stuck in. And they have to solve it. They're like, there's a war going on? What? No one told us. And also, we're trying to fix this, and this is happening. Why? We're always getting the butt end of the war. But yes, I like this. Even though it's written by 3 or 4 people. It's interesting, and I do enjoy it. So yeah. Well, whew, like you say, you don't have to pick it up, but uh, it's interesting. That's all I could say about it. Now, a book I'm really interested in: Flash number 759, written by Joshua Williamson, art by Scott Collins and Rafael Sandoval. The inker is Jordi Tarragona, and the colors is by Arif Preanto and Hi-Fi. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Finish Line Part 1. A new storyline begins here. It's Barry Allen's last race, leading to the finale of Joshua Williamson's legendary run of The Flash. The Legion of Zoom has won. Central City is in ruins. Barry Allen is trapped in the Speed Force, his body taken over by the Reverse Flash. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my god, I read last issue, like I said last night. I did not see that coming. If you think the Reverse Flash cannot mess up more of Barry Allen's life, oh my god. So yes. So this is a new story arc. What you just need to know is last issue, Zoom Professor Zoom, aka Reverse Flash, literally did the most evil thing, and I love it. That's all I gotta say. And also, yeah, this is Joshua Williamson's last story. So not the last book of Flash, but it is his last story for his run of the Flash. So I do suggest you pick it up. Um, Fantastic Flash stuff, and some of his stuff has been used for a TV show. So if you're interested in a TV show, pick up some of this because this is good story. Next up, Ghost Spider number 9, written by Shannon Maguire, penciler by Ig Guaria, and ink by Ian Herring. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Where does the good go? It's an interdimensional tour of Gwen Stacy and Mary Jane's, but just as things start to go right for Gwen outside of the webs, something unsettling is happening to her suit. Something Gwenmus? Yes, Gwenmus. So, yes. There's only 2 issues left, I believe, for this book. I just looked it up right now because this is one of the books that went digital during the pandemic and didn't get a physical issue. But now it's getting the physical issue just to finish off just these few issues. The last 2 issues will be the last 2 issues of Ghost Spider, and then it's up to Marvel what to do with her. I love the run of Ghost Spider so far. I loved her going to the main Marvel universe, and now she's dealing with this with her suit, because her suit's not like a regular suit. It's a symbiote attached to her, and she's bonded with it, but it's better. But yes, I want to say pick it up, but if you haven't read it, I will wait for a trade at this point, save you some money. Next up, the most controversial book of my life. Well, not controversial, but just as a Green Lantern fan, it just burns, it just irks me. Green Lantern Season 2, number 6, written by Grant Morrison, art by Liam Sharp, and colors by Steve Oliff. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. Assault on Sector General. The Antimatter Lantern Corps have invaded our universe, and as we saw in the Green Lantern Season 1, just one Antimatter Lantern tore through several Green Lanterns, so imagine a horde of them will do. It's an all-out assault on Sector General, but how will the Corps survive? Yes. So, to be honest, like I said in the beginning, this is probably the most controversial Green Lantern run. Some people like it, some people don't. I'm like in between. I like some of the ideas, but like some of the ideas that I've been shown in held under Green Lanterns and Green Lanterns, I'm like, they should do this, but Hal Jordan should be doing this. And is this connected to the main DC Universe, where does it all fit? I'm like, it's Grant Morrison. He'll do whatever he wants. I mean, he has control over Green Lantern at the moment. Because Dan DiDio doesn't like Jeff Johns, and he's like, here, Grant Morrison, do whatever you want. I don't care about continuity. Yeah. All I'll say is about Green Lantern, it's just a weird space adventure. That's all I say. It's a weird space cop adventure. Because he's not on Earth. Some of the Green Lantern books we've gotten have been either on Earth or on space. And this has been mostly on space with a couple appearances on Earth. So, yeah. It is interesting, so I would just pick up the trade for Green Lanterns by Grant Morrison and see if you like it. Next up, Hawkeye Freefall number 5, written by Matthew Rosenberg, art by Otto Schmidt. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. Hawkeye's relationship to Ronin has even his friends turning against him. He's been lying about a lot of things, but you can't lie to Captain America. Meanwhile, his war with the Hood is beginning to spin out of control, as the people close to him are put in real danger. Having to deal with the Hood was bad enough, but now Clint finds himself in the sights of another former Hawkeye. No, not her. Enter Bullseye. So this is a 6-issue miniseries, so it is ending. And like I said, with Ghost Spider, Spider-Gwen, yes, Ghost Spider, this is one of the few books that went digital. Just as it was getting close to finishing, it went digital. And I wasn't sure, nobody was sure, like, we were ever going to get a physical, ending to this book, which I'm like, Marvel should just release these as comics were coming back slowly. That way you could get rid of the books that needed to finish and be like, okay, our after we finish these books, we'll release our main titles. Boom, boom, boom. But no, Marvel's like, now we're gonna move these to digital and just have the main books just come out. And unfortunately, like, a ton of my books were just like, all these are just going digital, so great. Never going to get a full conclusion in this, never going to get a full conclusion in this. But luckily, this is good. Getting a conclusion to this story. Hawkeye Freefall, very fun, interesting Hawkeye book. Matthew Rosenberg, I met him, C2E2 2019, when I was reading his Punisher run, and I wish I could get Hawkeye signed by him now. But yes, I like it. It's a good fun run on Hawkeye. I would suggest, again, waiting for the trade, as it's almost over. There's only this issue and number 6, and that's the finale. Next up, Hawkman, number 26. Written by Robert Venditti. Penciler by Fernando Passarin. Inker by Alclair Albert and Wade Von Grabadger, and colors by Jeremy Cox. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. Hawk's eternal conclusion. Death of 1,000 Hawks. There's no stopping the Lord beyond the void. When he needs to feed and he sets his sights on a new buffet, our universe, it will take more than a fight for our heroes to bring their enemy to its knees. It takes their very lives. That's right. In this issue, Hawkman and Hawkwoman will die. Not really, because we still got issue 27. Yeah. Oh, no. Okay, so I read a little peek of the description for issue 27. So, ooh. Yes, Robert Venditti. I love his Hawkman run. And this is probably the longest Hawkman run we've ever gotten. Hawkman and Catwoman, too. Like, 2 characters I'm like, this might get canceled. Also, read it. 26 issues, 23 issues, 24 issues. They're still going strong with good stories. Robin Venditti, I love his stuff. And unfortunately, this is the finale for the story arc. Issue 27 will be the new story arc, so I pick up next issue. But yes, Hawkman, love the book, love the lore that Robert Venditti made, because Hawkeye's history was kind of like, no, Hawkman's history, not Hawkeye. Hawkman's history was kind of like all jumbled up, And Robert Venditti kind of like simplified it more, and we got shown other versions of Hawkman from the past and possible future and origin. I will say that it's interesting. Uh, if you like Hawkman or the idea of Hawkman, because I know we're getting that Black Adam movie with Hawkman's gonna be in it. Also, if you saw Legends Tomorrow, you like the Hawks. This is a better version. You know, pick up a trade. It's a fun read. Next up, next up, Immortal Hulk number 36, written by Al Ewing and penciler by Joe Bennett and inker by Rui Jose and colors by Matt Miller. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. No happy endings. That's it. That's the description of the book. I love Immortal Hulk. Immortal Hulk is my favorite Marvel book at the moment. I love Joe Bennett's pencils, man. Oh man, that man knows how to draw horror. Oh man, I love his book. I love his art. Oh man, every time I see Joe Bennett with Al Ewing on this book on Immortal Hulk, I'm like, yeah, this book is gonna be epic. But yeah, I would pick it up. Immortal Hulk, always a good pickup in my opinion. I don't care if it's a middle story arc, just pick it up. Pick up the trade. I bought the director's cut. It's just a reprint of the first 6 issue. The director's cut was a 6 issue reprint of the 6 issues with like behind the scenes of how Joe Bennett drew and everything. But yes, I'm gonna move on. It is a heavy week, I will say that for comics. Next up, Justice League Odyssey number 23, written by Dan Abnett, art by Will Conrad, colors by Rain Barreto. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. Forever and for always, Green Lantern Jessica Cruz returns from the past, where Epoch, the master of time, stranded her for trying to stop his manipulation of the time stream. But while Jessica returns, means disaster and the revelation of a dark secret that will destroy one of her teammates. Justice Odyssey is really interesting right now, but I will say this: it's very interesting. But holy crap, it is so hard to know where to start because Joshua Williamson only wrote like the first 2 or 3 issues. He left the book, and Dan Abnett has picked it up. But at the same time, I like some issues are like, oh, holy crap, this is good. Some issues are like, this was okay. The art's good, but it's just like it's a tough book. It's a tough book to digest. You kind of need to read like a lot of it to know what's going on. Yeah, but it's interesting. That's all I'll say. I only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books left. I'm already at the 33 minute mark. That's not including the bits, the beginning and end clip I take out of here. But yes, next up, Revenge of the Cosmic Ghost Rider number 5, written by Dennis Holliam, art by Scott Hepburn. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. Cosmic Ghost Rider launches a one-man war against Cammy's soul as Cammy's soul is dragged to hell. But as Cosmic Ghost Rider battles through the underworld to save him, he'll discover that there's something more dangerous than damnation lurking in the inferno. Don't miss out as the explosive creative team of Dennis Hopeless Halliam and Scott Hepburn raises hell in this epic series finale. So yes, this like I said in the other 2 books, Ghost Spider and Hawkeye Freefall, this is another book that kind of was pushed to digital. So everyone who bought the digital version already read this. It's finally coming out physical. Kind of sad that this. I was like, oh man, I'm never gonna get a physical issue of this. And they released it because I was like, I need this book to complete my complete thing. I'm a completist, so I need to have this to complete my collection. Uh, to be honest, it's been such a long time since I read Revolution of the Cosmic Ghost. Right, I kind of need to reread it, but pick up the trade because this is the finale issue. So yeah, yep. Next up, Something is Killing the Children, number 9, written by James Tynion IV, art by Werther del Edero. The price is $3.99. This is a description of the book. With his with her mysterious employers looking to recall and reprimand her, Erica's running out of time to save the town of Archer's Peak. Do the answers lie with the mysterious young girl found in the monster's lair, who no one can identify? So yeah, Something Killed in China. Holy crap! This is book. Little backstory. How I got addicted to this book, and I crave it every time it's close to releasing. It is a good scary book. I will give it that. And holy crap, the concept of little kids could only see the creatures but no adults. I love that concept. Oh, it's been done with before with other things, but I think this one does it good. It does it really good, and the art really complements the story as well. I get immersed in that world. But yes, I read this because James Tynion IV was selling the first issue at T2E2 earlier this year, and I bought it. And I said, okay, he signed it. I'm like, okay, I'll read it. I read it. All right, I'm like, I need to buy all the issues, and I did. And holy crap! I do suggest pick up the first trade and go pick up the other issues, or just wait for the trade to be over because I think it's only gonna be a few more issues, or it's gonna be ongoing. But yeah, I love that book. That book is really awesome. Next up, Superman number 24, written by Brian Michael Bendis, art by Kevin McGuire and John Timms. The colors is by Alex Sinclair. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Chaos Part 2. Superman's legendary susceptible to magic is about to turn his life inside out and upside down. A mysterious new villain has come into Superman's world to pit him against the most powerful sorcerer and agent for the Lords of Chaos, Dr. Fate. To be honest, I loved last issue of Superman number 23. This is a new story arc as well, so pick up issue 23 to know what's going on. And Superman just Dr. Fate has kind of called him out with everything that's going on in Superman's life. Superman's just like, I'm Superman, but I'm a father. I never got to see my son grow. I don't like this, but my son's in the future. I just don't like this. I'm only I'm not human, but I'm human. I have human emotions. I liked it. I wish Brian Michael Bendis could write this Superman more, but his Superman run has been so divisive, so divided by fans too. Uh, I still read it. I know Cape Joel from I watch his YouTube videos. He stopped reviewing this book. He's like, I'm not reading anything Bendis, and I was like half his thing. That was Superman Action Comics and Young Justice. But yeah. Pick up issue 23 if you're interested in it. I will say that. It is good. And also, what do Bendis writing villains, man? He is writing super 90 villains and creating them to, like, Rogol Zoll and, what's this guy? What was this guy's name? Xanadoth. Oof, so 90s. Okay, next up. Venom number 23. Venom number 27, not 23. Written by Donny Cates, art by Juan Gideon, colors by Jesus Alberto. This guy is literally the letter for almost all the Marvel books. But yes, price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Venom Beyond Part 2. When a new and dangerous foe erupts into Eddie Brock's life, it threatens to rip await. Everything Eddie holds dear, his son, his symbiote, even himself, everything Eddie Brock loves is in jeopardy. Well, it's in jeopardy. Yes. I read issue 26 with the Venom Beyond, with the new Venom character Donny Cates has created. Donny Cates has created that is similar. I'm tired. But yes. I believe from how last issue left off, Venom's in the future with his son, and the Maker is in there too. So that's gonna be fun. Maker in the future, he's gonna be like, I'm gonna go find a way to travel back. Go look, or they're in an alternate dimension, or he got stuck in. No. The Maker was stuck somewhere else where he's familiar. That's where I'm gonna leave it off. I love the Maker. The Maker's my favorite character in this book. He's so evil. He is so evil. Yeah, but you should pick up issue 26. I will say that. What's the time? I'm like, oh god, it's like I'm already at a 40-minute mark. Oh man. I'm back to the long episode. Yeah. Oh god, I'm running my nose because I'm right under the AC. Okay. Next up, Wonder Woman number 760, written by Mariko Tamaki, art by Michael Janin, and colors by Jody Belair. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Wonder Woman's quest to bring justice to man's world has seen her take on many devastating opponents, but none so vicious as Maxwell Lord. Max represents the worst that humanity has to offer, and so when he shows up at Diana's doorstep seeking help, what's a warrior for the truth to do? Yeah. So I haven't read Mariko Tamaki's 751 one. Okay, so I'm reading literally that week the one that Wonder Woman come out. But luckily it is a new story arc, so pick up issue 759 to know what's going on in your DC, Marvel, or what's the other studio called? I think Boom. Yeah, or Boom Comics coming out. So yes, that is the end of my podcast. Thank you for listening. You could follow me on my Twitter or Instagram. They're always in the description below. And, you know, you can ask me questions about comics anytime there. But yes, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for, even though I haven't promoted these videos, just seeing the views, just seeing, just knowing people watching this, just thank you. Again, thank you and have a wonderful time. Peace.